So the next article I wanted to look at is titled Prophetess. I've time traveled and the media will soon say Trump is president. Of course, this is Kerr speaking. Who else? So let's give it a read and see what it said. This is by Hemant Mehta on the Friendly Atheist website. Self-proclaimed Christian prophetess Kerr, who thinks there's football in heaven, that God will put back any baby lost through a miscarriage, and that God keeps a warehouse in heaven for anyone who needs, for example, a new kidney, insists that Donald Trump is president and everyone in heaven knows it, and soon we will too. Before we watch the video that's actually associated with the article, I wanted to give you guys one more clip that I came across. So let's watch this clip first, and then we'll watch the one associated with the article.
But I can tell you right now that our President Donald still has absolute control of the military. So you need to know that, everybody. And I think that's why they keep trying to take him down, hoping they can end that. But they can't have no authority, not even in the natural, not even officially, not even legally, can they do anything about the fact that he still has control of the military.
Wow, that's amazing.
I find it so strange that they are so obsessed with the idea that Trump still controls the military. This isn't the only clip. It's her and a bunch of other people, like a bunch of prophets, quote unquote, self-proclaimed prophets, keep saying that Trump controls the military. I do not know what this is all about. So let's watch the next clip, the one that this article is based on, and see exactly what she had to say.
They will be forced, talking about the news, will be forced to say these words. Trump has legally won the election, and he is the president of the United States for 4 more years. I was taken forward in time. I saw that happen.
Taken forward in time and saw it happen. Oh, I love it. FYI, by the time this video actually airs on my Fireside Chat channel, I'd be willing to bet it's probably going to be on March 4th or just after March 4th. That's my guess. Maybe a little bit before. But that's a significant day for this person. That's a significant day for all of these preachers and pastors that we're talking about. Because March 4th is the date that they believe Trump will be re-inaugurated as the 19th president of the United States, the real United States. Because, as I've mentioned, before like the 1920s or the 1930s, Inauguration Day was actually March 4th, not January 20th. QAnon believes that after the Civil War, the U.S. government was replaced with a corporation. And we haven't had a real U.S. president since then. So they believe that Trump will be inaugurated as the 19th president of the U.S., which really, Biden is the 46th and Trump was the 45th. They believe he's going to be inaugurated as the 19th of the real U.S. government on March 4th. And it's kind of central to their belief system. That's why you keep hearing people say Trump is going to be president again March, April, May, June, somewhere in there, and we're going to be, celebrating in the streets and blah, blah, blah. I genuinely wonder what these people are going to say when that time comes and nothing happens. I'm so excited to hear their responses. Anyway, let's keep listening to Kerr here.
It may take a couple weeks, it could take a couple months, but the whole time, God is working out that plan until he can get everyone where he needs them. And also in the natural, where people who are working on this also, when they've got everything they need, you capture those who have done wrong, you're going to know it. This is what God said. It will not be hidden when it starts. Everyone will know this is happening. Even the news and the networks will be, this is what he said, they will be forced to broadcast the crime and corruption that has been exposed, will shock and stun people to see who they colluded with overseas to overthrow this government. Everyone's going to know who did it and what they did. And in the end, the only thing left that they can do is give the presidency to Donald Trump because he won on November 3rd and 2020.
Don't they have enough predictions out right now? Don't they have enough predictions, particularly with the Armageddon prediction? I mean, wasn't Armageddon supposed to happen in the lifetime of Jesus' apostles or disciples or whatever? Wasn't it supposed to happen then? And here we are 2,000 years later. It still hasn't happened. And people are sitting around saying, any 5 minutes now. It's going to happen any 5 minutes now. Instead of focusing on Armageddon, they're making new fucking predictions. Why? Why dig yourself this hole? Don't do it. I don't get where they're coming from here. Seriously. If you think there is a non-zero chance that Biden will remain president, you should keep your fucking mouth shut. Like, just wait and see what happens. They aren't doing that. They're not keeping their mouths shut. They are blasting it all over the airwaves. They're saying it loud and proud that they believe that Trump is going to be president again. I don't know where they get the confidence for this. Anyway, let's read the article and see what Hemant Mehta had to say. This is a quote from the video that we just watched. They'll be forced to say these words. Trump has legally won the election, and he is the president of the United States for 4 more years. I will take you forward in time. I saw what happened. It may take a couple weeks. It could take a couple months, but the whole time, God is working out that plan until he can get everyone where he needs them. The only thing left that they can do is give the presidency to Donald Trump because he won on November 3rd. End quote. This is Hemant Mehta speaking. That right there is word salad with extra helping of batshit and brainwashing. As any good prophet, though, Kerr doesn't give any specific date for her prediction to come true. She leaves the window open for a future where she can say Satan disrupted the plan or Trump had a secret inauguration or whatever else Republicans say to comfort themselves. That's true. Kerr didn't actually lay a date down, and in fact, she seems to have been more careful than others by saying it could happen in a couple of weeks, it could happen in a couple of months. But these predictions are out there. I mean, you know, especially with QAnon, they are laying down prediction after prediction and putting dates and times on it, saying that Trump is going to be re-inaugurated as the 19th president on March 4th. That's pretty on the nose. Doesn't get more specific than that. I am just sitting here waiting with bated breath to see what happens next. Cody Anglin, camel in Arabic, Jamal, can also be translated as twisted rope. Apparently a similar translation issue in the Bible, so not impossible, but hard. Is that the justification that prosperity preachers give? I looked around for a little while, and it was hard to find them. I found the Creflo Dollar response, and I found a couple of Kenneth Copeland responses, but I was having trouble finding anything else outside of that. Either way, Jesus' overarching message was sell your stuff and come with me if you're a believer. That was the overarching message. You can't skirt around that. That's just what it was, you know. Everybody knows Jesus was a communist. I know you don't like that. That's what it was, man. If you don't like that Jesus was a communist, then don't fucking follow him. But he was. That's what a theocracy is. It's like a dictatorship that's set up as a communist utopia. That's what a theocracy is. God is the dictator. They're really fine with dictatorships. I mean, these evangelical extremists, they're fine with that. They want it. They just want their guy to do it. And that's how it's always been. They just want God to be the dictator rather than anybody else. And apparently they're okay with it if Trump does the dictatorship too. That's fine with them also.